Yeah. So hi, this is Boxing Bros UK. I'm Chris, and this is my co-host Andrew.
Hi guys, hi Chris. Good to see you.
So today's video is going to be obviously a fight. It's about Usyk Fury. Well, it's a massive fight, so it's going to be a few, maybe 1, 2, 3, 3-part videos. But this video is going to be about Usyk's ways to win this fight and how he wins and what he's got to do, like a breakdown for Usyk.
Like a keys to victory.
Take it away, keys to victory. Take it away, Andrew.
All right then, mate. Shall I kind of list off what I've got, and then if you want to kind of chime in with any of them, then feel free.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
The first one I've gone with, I think, which is going to be a key ingredient for Usyk. They've both got good engines, we know that. But for me, I think Usyk's gas tank and his ability to go through the levels, through the gears when he needs to. For example, the 12th round in the first fight against AJ, when he just stepped on him, and I thought, Jesus Christ, this guy's got endless energy. And I think round 10,
like you're thinking he's going to knock AJ out. Where the hell did that come from?
I know, and AJ was rattled, and you know, and he carries. I know people don't say he's got a great deal of power, but he clearly has enough pop and carries it late into a fight. So I think that's one of my keys. The second one, I was looking at again the AJ fight and a few before. He's got a brilliant straight left hand, whether to the body, to the face, and I think Fury's got a big body, isn't he? So it's quick, it's accurate as well. Like very accurate. Yeah, there's plenty to it. There is plenty to it. Another one, and this is something big up to G-Man Boxing mentioned this, and I thought, I've got to add that one. I don't know what you think, Chris. I think a factor for Usyk will just be Fury's cut, the scar tissue, and I think if that gets exposed, comes open, I mean that could throw a spanner in the works, couldn't it?
100%. The only thing I'd say about that is he doesn't want to focus too much on that because it can take away from actual game plan. Like how can I explain? Like if you're concentrating on that, then you're not concentrating on everything else, like judging the distance, like getting under the jab, or all the other things. You're thinking, right, let's just open the cut up, and then you might not do it. Do you know what I mean?
You'd think he would be too savvy as a fighter to do that, but you don't know the heat of the moment. You don't know, dear. He might get carried away with it. You never know. So the next one I've gone with is I think this is an obvious one, but his footwork and head movement is going to be key. It's a big strength of Usyk's, especially if Fury's long, what we expect to be a kind of jab from distance, keeping it long. And I think that head movement, especially as he comes in and closes the distance, is going to be key. And the last one I've got is, I already kind of said it before, but I think, mixing it up and going to the body. Everyone's been saying, Usyk's a bit susceptible. Obviously didn't lose, but got dropped by Beterbiev and another fighter I forgot his name of. But I actually think
Daniel Dubois knocked down,
Daniel Dubois at a low blow, But I actually think going for Fury's body, especially because of the size difference, punching up, that's another key to victory for Usyk. But not a lot of people are talking about that. They're talking about Fury going to Usyk's body. So they're kind of my list. So it'd be good to see. Yeah.
The thing about that is that's quite annoying, though. Who does like getting punched in the body?
I know. It's a fair statement.
There's no fighter out there who's like, I can take a great liver shot, or I can take a great punch in the stomach. Nobody likes getting hit to the body.
You don't really have a good chin on the gut, do you? I've got a great. Yeah. I mean, I remember playing rugby and a few fights back in the day, and a few, it's excruciating. It's absolutely excruciating. It really is. But again,
reaction sometimes. You're in that sweet spot. Like you can be fine for a few seconds, and then you have to take a knee, or you're like, the pain.
Especially if it's a bit closer to the how should we put this nicely? The nether regions than you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not designed to be hit, are they? They really aren't. So there. I'd like to hear yours, Chris. They might overlap with a couple of mine, but you might have a few little different
Mine are
ones in
just mine are pretty much exactly the same as yours. Yeah, mine are exactly the same as yours, really. Go on.
No, I was going to say. Well, that means we're both doing our homework, which is good.
The thing is, like, yeah, exactly the same. But I've just got. I think the only thing is as well that I put is that he can't. He's going to have to try and be the counter puncher and let Fury come onto him.
Yeah.
Like, because I think sometimes when Usyks tries go, if Usyk goes after people, but he never does it unless they're knackered, like you say. When he goes through the gears and he thinks, right, they're a bit tired, it's the later rounds, right, I'm going to go for him. As long as he sticks to that kind of game plan with Fury towards the end, but if he does it too early, he can come unstuck a little bit. So you've got to watch that because Fury's got amazing powers of recovery. Like you think he's done, you think he's done, and he isn't. But what Ben Davison made a point about Fury is, like with all the showboating and the messing around that he does, he makes people think that he's got energy when actually he's knackered and he's recovering. So like poker faces you think he's not, you think he's fine when really he's knackered. So Usyk's just got to be careful. He's a smart fighter himself anyway, but just be careful of that and making sure that he goes at Fury in the later rounds, not in the beginning. And I think that's going to be a key point when he decides, right, I need to go after him now. Like whoever say he's losing because he's give a few rounds away, downloading the Matrix, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
You know, like Lomachenko, Senior, his fighters like that kind of style. They download, don't they? They don't really throw much. They step around. They try and read your feints and your patterns, and then they come after you.
They're processing the information. Yeah.
So
I think I think they've both got good ring craft, haven't they? I think it's difficult.
They're both so intelligent.
Yeah. Would you say Usyk's slightly the better ring IQ, or is there not much in it?
I would say definitely he is, yeah. Because I'd say Usyk is. So Usyk's attributes that are better than Fury's is, I think his judge of distance is better.
Yeah.
His ring IQ, his ring craft, is a lot better. Not a lot, a little bit better than Fury's. Not a lot, I won't say a lot. In them retrospects, and his technique in like his punching, you know. But obviously, when we do Fury's video, Fury's got a lot of good attributes himself. But obviously, we'll come to that in that video. We're focusing on Usyk today, so there's no point saying it.
The other one that just come to my mind actually, and you've already riffed on it really, intellect. And I remember, I think it was correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, the first fight with AJ. AJ had a really good round 9, but a very, very good round 9. I think it was in the first fight. And Usyk, it was almost like he took AJ's soul because he come out in round 10 and he just absolutely steps on the gas. And you could almost, I'm not a body language expert, but you could almost sort of see AJ going like, what the fuck? Like, I've not got any momentum here. I've got a brilliant round. And he's come out firing triple jabs and fuck it, do you know? And it's his
how can I?
He knows when to come out. He knows what round to go. Yeah. Right, I'm coming out here, stepping on it.
Exactly.
You know,
but like
it's intelligence.
Yeah, that's it. So what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking that he's intelligent, but when Dubois hit him with that body shot, obviously it's only how can I? It's not major criticism because he's a phenomenal fighter. Like, and I am thinking that he's going to win this fight, but he went after Dubois. Like, he made a mistake. He thought, he thought, I can easily stop this kid. I'm going to go after him now. He didn't do what he normally does, where He figures them out, picks them off, then steps up the gas.
Yeah.
When he feels it's right, he stepped on the gas too early, and Dubois caught him coming in. And, he caught him coming in, blinded him with a jab, hit him with the uppercut. I mean, I'm hitting with a body shot, which and normally Usyk don't do that. He don't come after you. He stays on the outside. He reads what you're going to do. He might throw the odd jab if it's getting a bit static. And counters you. And if you jab, he slips in, gets a shot. Like he's very smart. And he made that mistake there. So he doesn't want to do that mistake against Fury. Because obviously,
we could maybe,
Fury don't hit like Dubois, but he could make him pay. Like he could grab him, lean on him. He could try, and he does hit hard. He could hit him with he might not hit him with a body shot, but he could blind him with a jab and hit him with an uppercut like he did to Dylan White. And obviously he's a smaller man, so he just wants to be careful. When he ups the gears and goes in and thinks, right, I'm coming for you now. You know?
I know we'll get onto this on the next video, but southpaws we know are susceptible to an orthodox style with an uppercut. That is a kind of punch you can use against. So, because and Fury, he nailed White with that, didn't he? And then pushed him over. But he nailed him coming in, didn't he? White was gone. So Fury's uppercut again. I'm getting excited, so I'm going on to the next video. But Fury's uppercut, that's a underrated weapon. But I suppose we've got
really needs to avoid.
Yeah, you'd imagine Usyk has downloaded every. He's probably the type of guy. I don't know. I reckon he stays up all night watching videos of his opponent as well. Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
If he isn't, Lomachenko Senior definitely will be. Vasily Senior, sorry, not Lomachenko Senior. Lomachenko's dad, whatever. What's his name? Lomachenko. Is he called Vasily Lomachenko Senior?
I always think I'm terrible with like Eastern European names, and I always think Vasily's always a go-to, isn't it? Probably. Yeah. I'm not sure. We'll have to. So I was wondering, maybe the last few minutes. I know it's. Do we want to discuss maybe just a couple of weaknesses Usyk might have, if any?
Well, I've give one there, like making sure that he doesn't get a little bit cocky and come in too early. Don't up the gears too early and think, right, I've hurt Fury, or be careful. Don't go in early in the fight. Go in the later rounds.
The only one I can think of, and again, people leave comments that we're missing. The only one I can think of is how quickly he can adapt to the just sheer size of Fury, to the height, to the, just he's going to have to his footwork's going to have to be on point. I guess that may be a weakness I'm going with here, is that he is going to have to be on point in all of his assets, which I've no doubt he will be anyway. But maybe if he's just 2%, I'm clutching at straws here, Chris, to be honest, because he's a hard one to spot weaknesses in, really.
This man has no weaknesses, really. Usyk has no weaknesses. He has no weaknesses.
I mean, do you think the high guard, because he loves a high guard, doesn't he? If he's not moving as much, maybe taking a break, do you think maybe the high guard is a potential one that could exploit?
He uses it when he knows. He uses it when he knows he's going to, because he knows, especially with Fury with them big long arms, he's going to have to have that high guard. Or when he's on the outside and there's no chance, and he's an excellent judge of distance. When he's on the outside and he knows there's no chance that he can return fire, that's when he's gonna be using that high guard. So I just think he's just gonna have to be on point with everything. Where Fury, because of his size, he's gonna be able to. Because Fury's not perfect at everything, even though he makes out that he is. But because of Fury's sheer size and weight, he's going to get away with a lot of stuff, like he has his whole career.
We know this in the fight game, and this transcends all, whether it's on the streets, whether it's that the naturally bigger man doesn't have to work as hard as the smaller man, because if you manage to clip the other guy with that extra power, then it's always going to be an equalising factor. always.
Exactly.
So that's the problem, isn't it, for Usyk? Is he's got to negate all that and make sure, as you said, he's on point in every one of his assets.
He will be, which I believe he will be. He's not going to go. He's not going to go start coming for Fury like he did with Dubois. Like, right, what round did Dubois hit him with that low blow?
Oh, what was it about? Was it mid? It was midway through the fight, wasn't it? Was it in the mid round, 4 to 6?
Yeah. He's not going to think, right, that's it, I'm coming for you now, and start walking Fury down. He ain't going to do that. I guarantee it.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm not sure how much if you want to wrap it up or not, but I am getting increasingly excited about this fight. That's for sure. As we near closer, that's for sure.
We'll just conclude. Keys to victory for Usyk. Just basically everything that you do, just keep doing it. Basically,
we broke it down at the start, but actually, it's basically keys to Usyk's victory is do everything that he does really well, consistently,
which he does anyway, and obviously don't get cocky.
It's the fight of his life. So he's going to be. There's no way he's dropped a ball. There's no way he's skipped corners. I just can't. He's a consummate professional.
He's been in 2 camps already.
It sounds like we think Usyk's going to win, doesn't it? We're sounding like we're going for Usyk.
Watch out for the next video, guys. Fury's ways to win, because even though we're swaying to Usyk, if Fury wins, I'm not going to be like, oh man, I didn't expect that, because Fury can easily win this fight too. Okay, watch out for the next video, guys. Subscribe.
Boxing Bros UK. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, Chris.